Hi folks, welcome to your first lesson of Science 7 delivered online. It's under unfortunate circumstances, but that happens in our world. So this goes with lesson D4, which is about forces, loads, and stresses. So there's the PowerPoint that accompanies it, but I want to show you some stuff that's not in the PowerPoint, some real-life demonstrations. So we're talking about stresses that are on different structures. There are a few different stresses. We'll go through this quickly. I've brought some objects to help us demonstrate. So, our unfortunate victim, our structure, if you will, is this yogurt jar. Yes, delicious strawberry yogurt. That's right, but what's even more delicious are the lessons that we're going to learn from it. So, our first type of force that we look at is called compression. This is when you're squeezing a material. So if you go squeeze, yeah, there we go. So you can see that it's getting force from both sides. It could just be from one side too. So take a look at this. So I'm going to just keep my hand flat here, and I'm just going to push down from one side. So could be from one or the other. Okay, tension. Tension is when a material is being stretched from both ends. Now I'm thinking that this yogurt jar is going to be pretty resistant to tension forces because I'm trying to pull it apart. You see, not much is happening. But perhaps some other things are a little more vulnerable. Here's a piece of paper here. I'm going to try to pull it apart. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. I just don't have the strength to tear it apart from that end. But the thing is, with the paper, with the grain, although it's resistant from one side, it may not have the same strength and resistance from the other. Let's try it this way. Oh! I wrecked it. The forces of tension were too much, pulling apart. Now that word tension shows up in other places in life. You can talk about the tension that you have in relationships with other people, when two people want different things. Let's say, for example, you dreamed of being a pony rider at the circus, but your parents said, no, you're going to be a court clerk. And try as you might, you wanted them to respect your wishes, but it just didn't happen. That's tension as well, but emotional tension. So this is physical tension here. This is hard science. Our next type of force is shearing. And I brought something exciting with shearing. Shearing is when you get a force going down two different directions on an object. So perhaps the kind of shearing with which you're most familiar are these scissors. And so let's go ahead and see what shearing forces are like. Anything for science? No, I'm not going to do that. That would be irresponsible. Let's use the same paper, seeing as we've already damaged it. Okay, so watch this. These scissors here are coming from two directions. Okay, here we go. That's the power of shearing. But now, whereas, let's see what happens. Is the force as powerful if we go from just one direction? So I'm going to try to just take the same scissor blade and try to cut down. Okay. Oh, there we go, yeah. That works, but it's not quite as strong or as smooth as when you had two blades coming up. Shearing is fun. Try it today. You can even try it on your hair. No, you know what? I won't do that. Okay, our next kind of force is, I'm just going along the PowerPoint here, just like you folks at home, is torsion. Torsion is a twisting force. So you can try this on your body. Oh, the pain. But you know what? Better than trying it on your body, try it on this piece of paper again. This unfortunate piece of paper. Try twisting it. Let's see how much twisting it can survive. Okay. Oh, it's starting to come apart. Some of the damaged parts are coming apart. The stuff in the middle seems to be okay, but yeah, the parts we'd already damaged with the other forces, they were beyond hope. Okay, so that's torsion, twisting, right? What else could you want? We have one more kind. We've got bending. And so bending is actually a combination of both tension and compression, because in the process of bending something in a couple directions, you are actually using both of those forces simultaneously. So paper, yeah, of course paper will bend. I can take another piece of paper. I got a nice receipt here. Bending, you're going like this way. So on one side, you've got the compression. On the other side, you have the tension. But let's get a little bit more of a solid object. You want to see something break, don't you? Okay. I should have thought of this ahead of time, but you know what? I'm reckless and irresponsible. Okay, here's a gift card. The gift card only has $4 on it. Now that's a lot of money here, but worst case scenario, I'm out $4. It was a gift card. It was someone else's money. Okay, so bending. Ho ho ho! You see that right there. Don't try that at home, folks. It's dangerous. Okay, so another fun little example of compression and how we use compression forces. Sometimes tools are actually designed in order to take advantage of compression. That you're especially focusing that force on one point. So, brought a couple of objects. I never thought this would be useful. This is a sword. Yeah, my brother got this for me for my graduation present because he knew I would need it, right? Once you're out of high school, you always get people challenging you to sword duels. I don't think I would have made it through university without this bad boy. So, take a look at the sword. So you have this point, if you're wanting to go stabby, 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 because it curves up and it comes to the point at the end, all the force is right at the point. So all the power you're putting into it is right there, and it's a tiny, tiny compression. But if you're looking to make a puncture, then that's all you need. You're not looking for a huge space. So let's try this on a piece of paper, shall we? Don't try this on another person. They really won't like you very much if you do that. Okay, so here's our receipt. It's another receipt. I just have a bunch of these lying around. Okay, so we are going to puncture. Let's see if it works. Let's see if this works. Okay, it's coming right at you. Don't worry. Hopefully you're not wearing your 3D goggles. Oh, see, look, that's the power of compression. It goes right through the object. Okay, so let's try it and see if it works on a more solid object. Of course, you know paper is easy to puncture. Let's try our old friend the yogurt jar, shall we? Okay. Don't try this at home. Oh my goodness, take a look at the power of compression. It actually made a puncture. You see that? Wow. Okay. Yeah, the only time I've ever even thought about using this was when a delivery guy from Boston Pizza came at 11 at night. It was the wrong address, and I was just terrified. So I was clutching this for all safety. But let's look at this. So this is just a point. So just kind of like if you're poking something with a knife or spearing it with something. But let's look at something else. Now, I'm not a violent person, and these are all gifts, mind you. But this is a cannibal club from Fiji. My grandparents actually gave this to me as a souvenir when they went there. So take a look here at the edge. So if you're clubbing someone, you use the edge of this, and just in a likewise way to the sword, all of the force is coming along to the edge. And the same principle is true of the side of the sword or a knife. But I wanted to show you this because it's culture, right? Ooh, yeah. See, it kind of looks like a flamingo. Okay, so let's try it on our old friend the yogurt jar, shall we? We're going to see the impact that it makes. Okay. You can see this? No, you can't. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, I'll just hold it up in the air. Okay, ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. And that is the power of compression. Okay, so hopefully you've read the PowerPoint as well, and that is our lesson on forces and stresses. Have a great day.